Guess who's back and better than ever? This video has been in the works for over a year, not because it's particularly complicated or challenging, but because I'm lazy and I procrastinate quite a lot, and I've been getting my master's degree and all sorts of stuff. Quarantine, pandemics, the world is ending. It's just been on the back burner. So if you want to see the previous video, click here if I can get the link to work, and let's go. To set the scene, we start off in the car and then we travel and we make our way to the New Forest, which is where the private pool is situated. And this was procured by fabulous producer Lucy, who I mentioned before, and I will put links to anybody that I mention in the description. The previous video was for a magazine shoot based on The Little Mermaid, and this shoot was not. This video is about a shoot that we did about the theory that humans came from underwater and evolved from fish rather than monkeys. So, very interesting topic, would recommend researching. This is a showcase of prosthetic makeup from Lucy Murphy, and I will post her links to Instagram, social media, etc. in the comments. So it's her shoot, she created it, she's directed it. I lost count of how many hours I was in the pool for, but it was a significant amount of hours and I went all pruny. We had a big fiasco because we were trying to set up the backdrop and have the fabrics draping under the water like a photography backdrop or like a paper backdrop, you know what I mean? It wasn't very easy because the fabric that we were using wasn't very heavy and didn't really soak up the water, so we had to weight it down, but then the weights would like sweep off as soon as there was any kind of current. As soon as anybody got into the swimming pool, it was like, oh, I'm going to take off now, and would pull the whole thing down. So because the main theme was prosthetic makeup and aquatic apes, there was a significant portion of time where Lucy was applying all of the latex and prosthesis that she'd spent ages making to Key, our lovely model, who I will also link somewhere in the description maybe. We were very lucky to have him, and he sat very, very patiently whilst Lucy applied all of her prosthetics. And yeah, I guess here's a montage. Another genius thing that I don't think I would have thought of had it not been for Lucy was laminated mood boards. That's amazing. I think I mentioned in the previous video about adjusting your white balance effectively for underwater photography. You get a white sheet and you put it under the water and the environment, and then you take a picture of the white sheet and you say, this is meant to be white. It enables you to get crisper, more natural looking photographs. Not perfect, but it requires less photoshopping than if you didn't set your own white balance. Something else that I hadn't really considered at the time was it was very humid and very, very warm, and so the lens of my camera and the lens of the Aquapack that the camera was in fogged up. So we had silica gel packets, but we only had one and that wasn't enough, so we used tampons.
Lucy, do you have a tampon?
Yeah, sure. How's the tampons going?
Super absorbent.
Just for vagina.
We'll see. We'll try it. See what happens.
Just whack a tampon in underneath the lens and it soaks all the moisture up, and no more fogging. People have asked me off the back of the previous one what the Aquapack actually looks like, so as if by magic, haha, I have it here. It's a plastic bag, essentially, that's shaped like the camera, and you can take... I've done it up really well. You can take the lens cap portion off, so you put the body of the camera in in here like this, and then attach the lens of the camera through the lens hole. Then you can secure the cap on really tightly so it's watertight. Make sure you get all the bubbles out of it. Seal the top like a sandwich bag. Secure it with the secure it with the first strip of Velcro. My goodness. And then fold that over again really tightly with the thicker bit of Velcro. Then on the side here, I don't know if you can see from the, can't see what I'm looking at, there's a little finger hole. You put your finger in there and you can feel where the shutter is, and then you can press the shutter button and your picture is taken. My camera cut out halfway through a sentence, so I'm just going to do a voiceover, talk about how much I look like the dinosaur dog, and then throw a montage of behind the scenes together. Enjoy! Sorry.
Graceful. She just sat on the floor as if just like, yep, I am down here and I'm photographing. I was like, how are you doing this?